So, elephant in the room here, while we begin this episode of A Nation United, Rock, Flag, and Eagle. The new series, the final series for NHL 18, are on the horizon. Obviously, we just recently announced the end of the Seattle series, which raises the question, what am I going to be doing with not only this series, but the Ottawa series? Now, obviously, we're in a very interesting time with this series. We're in the conference final against the Boston Bruins. Might not be our strongest team, but you could argue it might be our best chance at success in this series. So maybe this is more of a wait and see, right? Because I got to admit, I'm not exactly ready to let go of this series or the Sens series. Now, in the Ottawa series, we have had a bit of success. We're still waiting in this series, but unfortunately, my series were a little bit mistimed this year. I didn't give myself as much time for this series as I wanted to. We held on to the Hartford series perhaps a little bit too long. And then a series like Draft to Glory Goon Squad, which is very spur of the moment. The Sea Cattle series is really what held back these series because that was not planned whatsoever. Nor was the Blue Jays series. But again, it's like you look at this team right now, right? Brent Timmins, only 24 years old. Reimer, Ernie, Quinn Hughes is 26. Forward-wise, of course, Jack Hughes is the big one. Redmond now as well. And in the system, Ernie, Cairns, quite a few medium top sixes. You look at the defense with Blunden and Olsen, quite a few top fours. We're in a very good spot with this team, and I'm just not sure if I'm ready to give up this series yet. Which brings me to the question of, what do you guys think? Because we have two ongoing series at the moment for hockey, that being this and the Ottawa series. We have the Blue Jays series continuing. That's not going anywhere. And I think MLB is going to continue to be a part of my channel moving forward. You also have to factor in Madden, and I'm probably going to bring Madden franchise to the channel, much like I should have last year. Played quite a bit of it on Twitch. So there's a lot, right? There's a lot leading in to NHL 19. And especially to where, man, I have such high hopes for franchise, but I've also been having to decide between what do we want to do for the end of 18 and the start of 19. And I've actually had to change my plans around a little bit. I can confirm there's going to be two series. That's the plan right now, as of this moment, as of this recording. Two series for the end of NHL 18. I know what they are. I'm not going to tell you what they are right now. There's a very strong likelihood that for the short term, I may be balancing 4 NHL franchise series and MLB. There's a likelihood of that happening if I decide I want to continue this in the Ottawa series. So we might mix it up and have USA with one of the new series, the next day have Ottawa with the other, and then MLB whenever I can. We'll see. It could still be very, very busy around here, and I've talked about it before. I don't necessarily like to end with a game until it's time for the new one, and with how busy I'm looking right now, that looks to be the case. But between certain series lasting a little bit longer than they should have, or starting a bit later, and then factoring in how long it took me to update the rosters and everything for free agency, it's kind of created this situation where, as I went to the wrong spot, it's created this situation where I have a lot of options. Thankfully, the Seattle run was pretty much at the end of the road for that anyway, but it's just what to do with the USA series with this team looking so good, and what to do in the Ottawa series. So I'll be intrigued to see some of the feedback from you guys as far as what you think. And for this series, I mean, you know, if you're not following up to date with the Ottawa series, it's your own fault, but you should watch it. With the Ottawa series, we've found success. So if people say, hey, you know what, let's end the Ottawa series, focus on the new one, I get it, even though I really don't want to stop because that team's great. Maybe it's something I continue on Twitch. Same with this. Maybe if this goes the right way, we find ourselves in the Stanley Cup final next episode, say we win it all, then maybe then it becomes the right time to end it. A lot of different questions. Regardless, with that said, and at the start of the Ottawa episode, I'm going to redirect you guys to like the first 5 minutes of this so you can kind of know what's going on. Regardless, this team, this Bruins team, that we're going up against, featuring one of the key players that we've never acquired, of course, that being Johnny Gaudreau, with Tomas Hertl and Pavel Buchnevich. the Boosh, the Booch, the Buknovich. It's not Buknovich, but I like to say Buknovich because it pisses off Rangers fans. Philip Corbin is the second line left wing. I'm surprised he's on the second line. The Canadian, 10 points so far this postseason with Alex Wenberg. How accurate? He doesn't have any goals. And Andre Palat, down to a third line guy at 35 years old, still very capable. So that top six, incredibly well-rounded with two elite left wing snipers. We go to the third line, though. Tyler Bertuzzi, but he could wake up a little bit. Nicholas Patan and Andreas Janssen. Fourth line of Colin Wilson, Logan Brown, and Marcus Granlund. It's a very well-rounded team. I will give them that. That is a strong team. And defensively, it doesn't really get any easier. That top pairing can certainly rival our top pairing of McAvoy and Werenski. It's Alex Pietrangelo and Jacob Trouba. On the second pairing, Philip Buneral, also Canadian, with Michael Kapla. And Hunter Warner is with William Borgen. So defensively, they have a big three of Pietrangelo, Trouba, Buneral. The other three, though, they're not slouches. Warner's definitely a true defensive D-man. Who's the goaltender? 85 overall, Martin Jones. To see Martin Jones in a Bruins jersey. Almost happened. Some people still say they should have traded Tuukka. But he is setting the world on fire right now with an unbelievable .947 save percentage and a 1.4 GAA. Oh boy, and an old face from the Swedish series. Healthy scratches, Dubé, Ben Thomas, and Jake Dotchin. I'll say the same thing I always say, not really feeling that much more confident after taking a look at the team. Speaking to the future of this series, I mean, again, it seemed at times that this series type of Nations United or a Nation United is a little bit cursed. Will that continue, or will we break that curse and send Marcus Högberg packing? That is the hope. We obviously changed up the lines a little bit too. We'll see if that works, giving the players who are performing the best a better opportunity. Let's see what we can do here. Game 1 against the Bruins in the Eastern Conference Final. Will this be our final series with this team? Could very well be the case. First period, maybe not, though. Maybe not. Holy shit. Well, if you wanted an answer from this team as to whether or not they want to be done, I don't think they do. I think they want to keep playing. Quinn Hughes and Cody Pitt, so two defensemen, put us up 2-0, 3.5 minutes into the game. Adrian Redmond and then Casey Middlestat scores on Högberg, so Martin Jones pulled, allowing 3 goals in just over 7.5 minutes. It's 4-0, 16 shots to 4. Wow. Again, I don't think this team wants to be done. Second period, we add to it. Ryan Poehling makes it 5. Trouba, our former player, gets a goal back. It's 5-1 heading into the third period. And we will pretty much just enjoy this. What a response from this team. That is insane. I will say as well, something I wanted to mention at the top. Again, I have a video up about my beta thoughts, and I also apologize for the kind of lack of an upload schedule as Middlestat gets his second of the game. That momentary channel deletion really just kind of screwed with my mojo a little bit, and finishing up the roster editing, combined with trying to get the details set for sick-looking thumbnails. 6-1 final in Game 1 on the road. That is a statement victory, if I've ever seen one. Casey Middlestat with 2 goals, 25 saves for Brent Timmins. Let's take a look at our point spread there, though. 6-1 final in a playoff game. Tremendous. We actually had quite a few guys not end up with points. Werenski, Reimer, Parks, Hughes. Wow, we did that without Hughes and Frederick getting points, huh? That is crazy. Greenway, Quinn Hughes, McAvoy, Middlestat, Wallstrom, and Yandel, all with 2 points. Tremendous stuff from the entire team in Game 1. Keep in mind, Cleveland, they are also in the conference final, and they're up 2-0 on the Bakersfield Condors. So we'll be simming Game 3 here, and that one they lost. Unfortunately, a 4-3 final, so we'll keep an eye on that situation. But our main focus, of course, is with the Eastern Conference Final at the NHL level. Game 2 Can we get off to as good of a start as we did in Game 1? Probably not. But can we still have a strong start to this game? We can. Wahlstrom gets the opening goal. Goodrow is able to tie it. We were actually doubled up in shots, 10-5, so I'm feeling good. I feel like the advantage is slightly in our favor for this game being tied. Second period, tied no longer. Johnny Goodrow gets his second goal of this game. We nearly tied it in shots. We outshot them 10-6 that period. Yet we are down 2-1 as we go to the third. It's already been mission accomplished for us, having won. Oh boy, Tyler Bertuzzi makes it 3. Werenski gets it right back 40 seconds later. It's already mission accomplished in terms of the fact that we have won a game on the road. It's a power play for the Bruins. We kill that off. We have a little bit of time, but we need a goal here quick if we want to force overtime. And it's not looking too likely. Please, 1 minute left. That's it. That's it. Werenski's goal. Just not enough. We fall 3-2, but again, we did what we wanted to do. We took at least one game on the road. So Goodrow with the first star of the game performance. And we head to Columbus for games 3 and 4 with a 1-game split. A crucial game 4 here for Cleveland. Can they get the win? And they cannot. So a 2-0 lead has evaporated. It's a best of 3 from that point on. Let's go ahead and jump into game 3. No lineup changes necessary. Let's do this. Let's see what we can do here. First period of game 3 is scoreless. An interesting change of pace, 11 shots to 8. Second period, also scoreless, now 20 shots to 16 in their favor. And we go to this third period scoreless. I am concerned, early power play opportunity though, that we cannot do anything with. Again, I'm concerned. Could very well be first goal wins. Do we have what it takes? Power play opportunity, please. That's killed off. 5.5 to go. Thomas Hertl. And I think the Bruins are going to take game 3. Indeed they are. 1-0 final. Hertl with the only goal. Our power play fails to deliver. Brent Timmons still the first star. He did everything he could. And we're going to have to look at some lineup changes, particularly at the power play. So we win game 1, but we now find ourselves down 2-1 as Cleveland. 3 straight losses. A terrible start at the beginning of this episode for them. Unfortunately, that lead's evaporated. Nashville's up 2-1 on Edmonton. Let's see what we can do here. So I put this this tandem back together. Besser has not had a point since we've reunited that line. Yandel has. I feel like Mittelstadt has as well. That's tough. Hughes and Besser just don't work well together, but I feel like that second line's done okay. You know what? I'm going to do something drastic. Because that second line's working well together. Let's put Greenway, Hughes, and Tkachuk together. Keep Yandel, Mittelstadt, Wahlstrom, Parks, Paling, Besser, Redmond, Frederick, and Rintoul. Let's do it that way defensively. No changes needed. So we found a good combination on that second line, at least in that first game, from what I remember. Particularly, I mainly remember Yandel's 2 points. We'll see how that works, and also the power play. Let's double check that. Now, of course, some of the goals might have been power play goals earlier in the series, but there really is no way to check again. Mittelstadt and Hughes and Besser just don't work well together. So let's reunite Wahlstrom up there, and maybe put Paling there as well. That looks fine. I think we're good. Although, yeah, Werenski, McAvoy, we'll keep them together. The better center is Paling, so we'll do it that way. Yeah, that works. A decent amount of change there to hopefully spark something. We win game 1. We find ourselves down 2-1 in the series now. We have time to turn it around, but game 4 is pretty much a must-win. I'll remind this team, this fictional team, that their story could be on the line. First period of game 4 here in Columbus, and that's not ideal. Nicholas Patan with the opening goal. We outshot them, but we're trailing. Second period is scoreless. Oh my God. It's been 5 periods at least now without a goal. Third period, we are in trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. We're just not able to solve Martin Jones right now, which was the fate of the 2 teams that the Bruins faced before us. We're halfway through the third, And after that offensive explosion in Game 1, I don't know if we have anything left. A lot of power play time there for the Bruins. 2 minutes to go. Can we get a late goal? No, we cannot. Back-to-back 1-0 shutout defeats. And we go from winning Game 1 to losing 3 straight. And we are now on the brink of elimination. Not what I would have expected. They have since outscored us 5-2 over the course of 3 games after losing Game 1 6-1. Game 6 for Cleveland, it's a must-win. They lose 4 straight, and the Cleveland Monsters are out. This is going as poorly as it possibly could have. Wow. So the Monsters are out, despite having tremendous odds in their favor starting this episode, and now we are in a lot of trouble. We need a goal scorer on that top line. That second line's done really well. We need a goal scorer on that top line. What do we want to do here? Kachuk, Wallstrom, put Besser here, put Greenway back on the third line. Let's do it that way, because Paling and Parks hopefully are working well together. Let's see how that works. Just out of desperation. And the second pairing struggled a little bit. I'm going to drop them down, actually. Try to give Ernie and Pitt a little bit more ice time. And we'll see if this works. Still just 2 points for Trent Frederick. He's a +4, though, so I don't know if I want to take him out for Farabee or Kaliev. I think we're okay, maybe. I can't believe this. This hasn't really set in, the fact that we're facing elimination here in Game 5 back in Boston. It looked so good for us in that first game. And since then, nothing's gone our way. We'll see what happens in Game 5. This could be it. This could be our season over. This could be the series over in more ways than one. First period of Game 5, and we do get the opening goal. So finally, we find a way to beat Martin Jones at their back-to-back shutouts. Jack Hughes, welcome to this series. They outshot us 12-10, but we have the lead. Second period is scoreless. 27 shots to 13 in their favor. Thank God for Brent Timmins. We still have that 1-0 lead. Heading into the third period, let's go. It is a must-win game. Early power play opportunity is wasted. They have one of their own. Thankfully, they're not able to capitalize. Trading power plays here. Still nothing. Another power play. Come on now. If we lose, we deserve to. If we lose, we deserve to. 5 minutes to go. Can we hold on? Are we looking at the third straight 1-0 final in this series? We are not. Wallstrom ruins that with an empty netter with 17 seconds to go. 36 shots to 18. But we walk away with a 2-0 victory. There will be a Game 6 in Columbus. Brent Timmins doing everything he can to carry this team. And you'll notice that Hughes and Wallstrom both walked away with 2 points there. I'm going to look at making other changes too. We need some sort of spark, particularly on the power play. I might change up that fourth line here. Nashville have a 3-2 series lead on Edmonton. So both series right now at a 3-2 split. That second line, nothing from Brock Besser in this series so far. Not a point. I don't think that fourth line has a point either, to be honest. They don't have a minus at least, but we need to spark something here. 5 points for Rintoul, 4 points for Redmond. Right, 4 points for Parks. So Frederick, I'm going to take out Trent Frederick. And Farabee or Kaliev. Farabee, he's the more complete player. Better passing, better shot for Kaliev, better skating for Farabee, better offensive awareness. It's going to be Joel Farabee. I don't know if I want to bring him in as a center. We'll have Farabee replace Redmond, and then have Redmond replace Frederick. We'll try to just spark something here, get anything going that we can. So that works. We'll have Farabee on the left. And then 6 points, 4 points for Parks. I remember I'm going to bump up Redmond. Because I remember we bumped up Rintoul previously. Didn't quite work. Who's the better center? 77 there for Parks. That works. Defensively, tough to say if anything should be done. Power play, though, is something definitely has to change. Let's put Middlestat up there and then swap those two around. Whoop, not that way. There we go. We'll see if this works. We'll see. I'm just trying to spark anything that we can. Risky, of course, to change the lines. Brent Timmins. Oh my god, if we lose this series. He could let up 6 goals and it still wouldn't be his fault. He's been incredible. NHL 18 in general has been a tremendous year for us in terms of goaltending in these series. Timmins right now playing out of his mind. Can he get the job done? Can the team in front of him get the job done in Game 6? Let's find out, shall we? First period. And we do not get the opening goal. It's Buchnevich who does the boosh. The Pavels. 13 shots to 8. Of course, we did not win on home ice in our previous visits. Right now, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Second period. Oh my god. We're done. 28 shots to 16. We're down 2-0. Tyler Bertuzzi may have just ended our season. We need our team to show up. Hughes, Besser, Wahlstrom, everybody. Power play chance for the Bruins is killed off. Come on, we need a goal here, guys. Not like this. Thank you. Parks gets us on the board. We have a chance. 5.5 to go. Can we tie it? Please. Yes. Thank you, Rintoul. Get to overtime. Get to overtime. Get to overtime. We're going to overtime here in Game 6. Holy shit, the bottom 6 shows up at a crucial point in time for us. Let's see what happens, shall we? Overtime in Game 6. The season on the line. The series on the line. It's as big as it gets, really. So much pressure on this team right now to deliver. Let's see what we can do. It's 5-on-5. I still don't understand why we ended up with like a 3-on-3 that one time. It was so weird. Can we keep the season going? Here's Hurdle stepping in. This gameplay is so weird to watch. Timmins with a big glove save. This gameplay is so weird to watch after playing the beta. Oh my god. Such a massive and such a positive difference. But again, watch the video about the beta thoughts. 40 saves for Brent Timmins after that glove save. Defensive zone draw 1. Here's Tkachuk. Skating in over the blue line. He'll send it around. I think that's Wahlstrom giving chase. He's not going to get it. It goes all the way back to McAvoy. Wahlstrom in the corner. Makes his move. Tries to cut in front. No space. Wahlstrom. Short side shot. Save by Jones. Wahlstrom again. Can't get the pass through. Hurdle is there. Plays it up for Pietrangelo. Now Pavel Buchnevich back again. Buchnevich. Glove save by Timmins. A lot of space. I just said it, man. We've had some incredible goaltenders in these series throughout NHL 18. And this playoff run by Brent Timmins may just, in fact, rival any other goaltender's performance that we've had, especially in the playoffs throughout this. We had a lot of talk at the end of the Seattle series in terms of great goaltenders. Timmins is slowly making his way up there. And another big save. Hurdle recovers the puck. Hurdle broken up. Unable to recover there. Trouba finds Binneral. He will ice it. Yes, he will. All right. Big opportunity here. As their defenseman Binneral ices the puck on an incomplete pass. You see another gigantic save by Brent Timmins. The shoulder save keeps us in it for now. Yandel, Middlestat, and Besser are out there against Goodrow, Hurdle, and Palat. So it's a mix of the first and second line. Offensive zone draw 1. Here's Yandel. Slap shot blocked in front. Middlestat can't bury it on the backhand. Here's Johnny Goodrow. Stepping in. Goodrow. Back for Trouba. Trouba looking to step in. Back to the point. Binneral. Now Palat. Goodrow, quick shot. And another glove save for Brent Timmins. I don't know what would be worse. Johnny Goodrow winning this as the player we've never had. Trouba winning this as the player that we got rid of. It's tough to say. That was a gigantic hit, though. That fresh second line with Corbin is out there against the somewhat tired second line. Middlestat on the draw, gets the win. Yandel will carry out. He finds Besser. Can the redemption story continue for Brock Besser? Stepping in. Back to the point, Yandel. Takes the shot, deflects, but goes wide. Middlestat battling for it. Gabriel Ernie. Back down low, Middlestat still battling for it. Nearly takes a pen. Palat's able to get it out. Here's Wenberg. Alex Wenberg back for Andre Palat. Slap shot, blocker, save. Here's Corbin. Short side, no, goes far side, and it's still saved. The effort from Timmins. Back to the point for the Bruins. Borgen for Corbin. Hunter Warner. Back over, Borgen deflects. And Timmins covers it at the line. What a save from Brent Timmins. It deflected 5-hole from Corbin, but he's able to spin back around and make the save. Brent Timmins is an absolute monster in goal. Redmond, Paling, and Greenway are out. It's third line v third line. We're being outshot 8-2 in this overtime. Can Paling get the defensive zone victory? He can. Our face-off men are doing wonders. Redmond is hooked. We will go to the power play in overtime. Can we get the job done? Our power play has been so hit and miss. Andreas Janssen goes to the box. Couldn't deal with the speed. And we have the opportunity here to end this game and to force a Game 7 back in Boston. It's Tkachuk, Paling, and Besser against Bertuzzi and Brown. Can Paling win the draw? Technically he can. Tkachuk recovers, turns it over. Settled down here by Quinn Hughes. Paling in front for Tkachuk! He buries it! There will be a Game 7 in Boston. We are not done yet. Brady Tkachuk in front, doing what he does. Brent frickin' Timmins. What an effort. Particularly in that overtime. Right here, the pass in front, spin around, and somehow buries that on the short side. What a goal for Tkachuk. I love that. Martin Jones was there, couldn't make the save, and again, that monstrosity of a mascot, that nightmare of fuel, is pumped. As am I. There will be a Game 7 in Boston. We win on home ice for the first time in the series. Brent Timmins, give him the Conn Smythe. At this point already, Middlestat for Tkachuk, the turnaround shot to pot it and to send us to Game 7. I don't know how to feel about it, obviously, because there's a lot of pressure now, and we've had some moments where we went from a high of a victory like this to a rather unsettling defeat in a Game 7. 47 saves. Joel Farabee, by the way, 2 assists stepping into this lineup. That is tremendous. All the more reason why I might put in Kaliev to see if he can get a little bit of a boost from being inserted into the lineup. So we'll double check guys like, actually, I mean, then again, Rintoul scored. I don't really see who we'd take out of the lineup for this Game 7, but Cleveland's already lost. It all comes down to this for our hopes and our dreams. We need a win in Game 7, May 19th. May 19th. Oh boy, Kane's favorite day. Very few people will get that reference, but that's okay. There's also going to be a Game 7 in the Western Conference Final. Parks and Rintoul, that fourth line delivered. That fourth line delivered. I want a little bit of a spark. Greenway's going to sit. I want a little bit of a spark to try and get something going. Let's bring in Kaliev, and we'll see what he can do. No righties on the team. That's fine. We'll play Kaliev on the right-hand side. Although, still no points for Besser. We're actually going to drop him. Let's drop him. Let's bump up Redmond. Let's go Redmond, Middlestat, Yandel, Kaliev, Paling, Besser. And we'll see what happens. Tkachuk, Hughes, Wahlstrom. That is the game plan. Defensively, I think we're still good. Let's see if bringing Kaliev into this lineup and dropping Besser down to the third line can give us the spark that we need. Game 7 against the Boston Bruins. It comes down to this. We are either going to the Stanley Cup Final or we are considering the future of this series. Let's see what happens. First period here in Boston is scoreless. 11 shots to 8 in our favor. Second period, and Wahlstrom scores. Memes, 420. 24 shots to 19. We're up 1-0 with 20 minutes to go in regulation. Let's do this. Come on, early power play chance for the Bruins. That is killed off. Can we hold on? Can we get the insurance goal? Can we find a way? Yandel makes it 2. We're 10 minutes away from playing either Edmonton or Nashville in the Stanley Cup Final. 4:46 to go. Brent Timmins and the Columbus Blue Jackets are going to the Stanley Cup Final. We have made it over this hurdle. We are moving on. Slammed my fingers on the desk. Hurts so good because we are going to the Stanley Cup Final. A 27-save shutout from Brent Timmins. Oliver Wahlstrom gets the winner. And again, it will be Nashville or Edmonton from 1-0 up to 3-1 down, and we won 3 straight games. 2 2-0 shutouts, and an overtime victory along the way. The Cleveland Monsters fell short of making it to the title game. We're playing Nashville. Columbus and Nashville in the Stanley Cup Final. We'll take a look at their team in the next one. But Brady Tkachuk, the big overtime winner, 15 points for Hughes. Wahlstrom, 14 points. Good stuff there. Redmond, nothing in that series. A little bit concerned. Middlestat with 11 points. Yandel stepped up as well. 10 points for him. Kaliev didn't do much in that game, but I don't really see him as a negative. 7 points for Paling. Nothing from Brock Besser. That did not help the redemption tour. But we are going to the Cup Final, Brock. There is a chance. There is a chance for your redemption. On the fourth line, 2 points for Farabee, of course, in that one game. Parks with 5 and 6 for Drew Rantoul. I think he only had the 1 goal. So we have a couple of underperforming players, different line combinations that we could run. Defensively, I'd say we're fine. No real changes need to be made. It's just, what do we do? Do we bring Greenway and Frederick back into the lineup? And then, of course, not to mention, now that the AHL teams are out, we do have certain call-up options. Novak put up 10 points in the postseason, as did Steve Spinner. Might be worth looking at. Murray Altshuler is also there. But the big story, the big name, the main event, Brent Timmins, 20 appearances, 12 wins, a 955 with a 138 goals against average. He could win the... I mean, granted, I don't think the game's programmed that way, but he is having a Jaguar-esque run, even if we lose in the Cup Final. If this is shaping up to be the last season, although I think it would be early and we'd be missing out on some player development that I'd be intrigued to see. Like I said, though, I might continue on Twitch if we decide that's the case. What a way it's shaping up to be for a finale if we decide that it is the Stanley Cup Final against the Nashville Predators. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you even more to the people who decide to support the video and the channel beyond, of course, just giving your time to watch. That means liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and notification bell, and yeah, all that fun YouTube stuff. But watch out, my channel might be deleted at any moment again, right, YouTube? Thank you guys. Keep in mind again, quick reminder, Twitch alerts. Make sure you're following on Twitch or Twitter. No more YouTube alerts because I don't want that channel to be deleted, you know. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to your comments as far as the future of this series, what you think we should do line combo-wise in the Cup Final. And until next time, what might be a series finale? It is, at the very least, a Stanley Cup Final. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye for now.